Are you washing down Mandy Moore's microphone?
Yeah.
Do we not normally do that?
Well,
I've never seen that happen. Yeah.
I'm doing mine for her.
But is that a coronavirus wipe down or is that just...
This is a coronavirus
Right,
wipe
but
down.
why wouldn't we be wiping down microphones before? I mean, do we tell her we just wiped her microphone down?
No. I am.
Mandy Moore.
Hi.
Let me just play a little clip of Mandy Moore right here. As she settles into her
Oh,
stool.
goodness.
Let's go back for a second.
You can adjust the volume right there if you need to.
Good morning, Mandy.
Good morning.
Just so you see, Tanya is taking care of all cleanliness and hygiene by wiping down the microphones with the Lysol there.
I really appreciate that.
Well, I was just using that microphone, so I figured it was...
Wait, so
I
what are you trying
trust
to
you,
say?
though.
Thank you
I'm
so
not worried
much.
about getting your germs.
Thank you so much. I know I don't have it, but I just figured it was a nice thing to do.
I appreciate the gesture.
You're welcome.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
So we were just doing a segment here. We've started this thing here called Dear Diary Wednesday. And I don't have a diary, but Sissany and Patty have a diary, and then I have a yearbook, and Tanya has some things that she just wrote about. But we didn't want to ask you to bring in a diary because that's so personal.
Did you keep one, though?
As a kid.
Yeah, as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as an adult.
No.
But do you still have it as the one from
Oh,
childhood?
I'm sure my parents do.
Well, next time you come, please bring it. We'd like to read it on the air. But we were able to track down this doll from 20 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that.
The Mandy Moore doll.
Can you believe that actually existed?
I mean, this is
What is
a
the
collector's
purpose?
item now.
It's so good.
Is it?
Is it untouched? It's unopened?
It's not, well, this is, I'm going to save it because it's going to be worth a lot. But anyway, on the
You
back,
keep believing that.
Mandy, on the back, there's a chat with Mandy.
I know.
Do you know remember what you wrote?
I remember that Ryan Felipe was my favorite actor. Is that true?
I didn't get to that part. They must have edited that out.
Oh,
no.
There was like I maybe it wasn't part of the doll, but it was like favorite actress. It was like Reese Witherspoon or Gwyneth Paltrow. It was very 1999.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what you like to do
17 magazine.
when
they did
hanging
those,
with friends. You
Yeah.
like to play lacrosse.
Yeah.
You also have fun shopping big time.
Ooh.
Fun shopping big time.
You like to surf the net.
Surf the net.
And you like to talk on the phone when you're on the road. Is that amazing? I love it so much.
Those are great.
That is a time capsule.
It's
surfing
so
the
true.
net.
I know, but we were so
net.
cool when we were surfing that, waiting for the...
What were you surfing at that time? Think about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, waiting for the dial-up and you've got mail. Like that
Totally.
was AOL chatting.
AOL.
Yeah.
I will, and then this will be the last reading, but I will say I really liked your advice, which is still true today, and that was keep working toward your goal.
Yep.
Don't listen to mean comments people say. Those are your words.
Wow.
Which is so timely now.
Yes.
And have confidence, and you'll go far and accomplish what you want. Never pass up a good opportunity. Mandy
I
Moore.
mean,
Aww.
advice from a 15-year-old.
But good advice. Like, how did you know how to say all that when you were 15?
I'm sure it all came from me and someone didn't just completely make that up out of thin air.
I really liked it. So Mandy is here. She's got a new album.
I do.
Very excited. It's called Silver Landings, and it's coming out this Friday.
Yes, sir.
You've also been working on a very popular series. So what made this sort of come to fruition now?
I haven't made a record in 11 years. It's been a
crazy.
very long time, and I miss music, and I think most people don't even realize that that's how I started out.
Do you think that most people think
Yes, I do. I mean, I think there's a collective of people my age that maybe grew up with me.
Right.
We've grown up
Right.
together. I'm 35. I've been doing this now for 20 years, so that's pretty wild. But I miss music. Music has been a constant through line. It's in my life. It's the thing I'm most passionate about. And, I've written in fits and starts over the last decade, but I think I've just been scared, and fear has really held me back. And
Why?
I was scared. I think I found myself in a sort of toxic part of my life, in a toxic relationship. Then that really formed my relationship to music and my sense of self. And was I legitimate? And was I worthy?
And so
and
you
could I do this?
self-doubted during all that.
So much self-doubt.
Wow.
And then I think I just let so much time go by that I was like, no one cares. And do I still care? And I finally reached a point where I was like, I am passionate about music. My husband is a musician for the last 5 years. I've watched him, write and record and
Taylor
play.
Goldsmith.
Taylor Goldsmith. And I remember watching him on stage very early on in our relationship and feeling this pang of jealousy. Like, I want to be up there. I know how to do that. I have to sort of reassess my relationship with music and figure out how to get back there. And it took some time, but honestly, being a part of This Is Us as well, because my character's backstory has sort of a musical leaning, and I get to sing on the show every now and then, and going back into the studio in that sense also sort of just, I don't know, lit a fire within me again. And it took a couple years, but now I have this collection of music, and I'm going on tour.
Oh my God!
It feels like this. I feel like a fully realized version of myself now. There's a huge part and puzzle piece that had been dormant for so long, and now it's like revitalized.
I think it's going to be, you talk about going on tour, I think it's going to be so cool to see all different kinds of people and ages come to see you live.
Yeah.
Because there's those, like you said, that knew you from music.
Sure.
Then there are those who know you from being this great actress on the series.
Yeah.
And I think you'll have... It'll almost, it could be a family affair in a
It'll
way.
be a multi-generational evening.
You are a regular Lionel Richie. That's what you are, a Lionel Richie.
2020 version.
Right? I've read like people have DM'd me on Instagram and said like, my mom and I are coming together, and that just fills my heart on such a deep level.
That's a great compliment.
It's the ultimate compliment. I'm excited, and I want to honor that. So it's like we're definitely going to be revisiting sort of older songs from the catalog, the Candid. For sure. But then it's like, since I sing on the show, like maybe incorporating some music from This Is Us and obviously playing the new record. Like I want it to feel like an all-encompassing, inclusionary experience of all the different music from different eras.
So Mandy Moore is here. She's got a new album called Silver Landings. We were just talking about it. Here's a clip of a song called 15. What do you think about when you hear us play that now?
It's bizarre. Not a song I ever thought I'd hear on the radio. But
The lyrics in the song, you talk about being on
tour
promo parade for radio stations.
Yeah.
Right?
That song is sort of me making amends with my 15-year-old self. I think for so long I apologized for the sort of creative output of that time in my life because I had no creative control over the music that I was making. And who would let a 15-year-old make those sorts of decisions? But I was like put in a studio with the record label, and I think as I've grown, as I've gotten older and I have enough distance from that time, I've really come around to have so much affection for my younger self because clearly she is the reason I'm still here today and have some semblance of a career. But also acknowledging the fact that like I got through a very, what could have been like a precarious time unscathed. Like I was 15, thrust in this adult world, going on tour with NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, and like, I had this grounded, nurturing sort of environment with my family and my parents, and I was very lucky. But like, I came out the other side of that, of kind of functioning adult, and I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for that time. I'm grateful for that girl, and she is a part of me. She lives in me, and I carry her around, and I love her.
And when you made this album,
Yeah.
you worked with whom we spoke with a few minutes ago. We didn't speak with him, but we spoke about him. Your husband.
Yes.
What was it like to work with your husband on this album?
Yeah. My husband is in a band called Dawes, like a cool sort of alt-rock band. And I knew that if I was going to make music again, it would definitely be with him. And having your creative and romantic partner sort of really support you to that degree, like there's nothing quite like it.
And it must give you a trust. I mean, obviously there's
it's-
trust in the relationship, but a trust in releasing vulnerability and going back
it's
to
a
those lyrics.
very vulnerable experience, and to be able to share that with him, and for him not to have an ego about it, like to be fully on board.
Does he know
with
that you were
supporting me.
envious of him when he was on stage? That you were looking up going, damn, I want to be
do
doing that.
He does. We're very communicative and vocal about that sort of stuff. But I mean, now I can look to my left and I see him like with his eyes closed, like ripping a guitar solo on stage. To be able to share these moments and to go on the road together it's a dream. I feel incredibly lucky. It's not lost on me.
Well, you know that he has your best interest at heart.
He does. I mean, we wrote the whole record together. He played on the entire record. Like being able to share this it's a very, very special moment in time.
And when you do go out on tour, like we were talking about, you'll have fans from your series, This Is Us, probably come see it for the first time as an artist on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you talked about weaving some of This Is Us into that stage show. In what way do you think about doing that?
Well, my character, the backstory sort of has music. She was a musician at one point in her life, so I've sung throughout various parts of the seasons.
What era of your character will you come out
I'm going to come out in old age prosthetics and rip it as Rebecca.
How long does that take to put on, by the way?
Oh, I was there yesterday. It takes about 3.5 hours,
Oh,
like an
my
hour to remove
goodness.
it.
I still have anxiety for you for doing that.
It's just so crazy to me because I feel like you're younger than Justin Hartley, yet you're playing his mother. Like,
I know, there is a weird dynamic to all of that.
I'm younger than all of my adult children in real life.
Yeah.
But it's funny because
But your castmates are all experiencing that now.
Yeah,
The aging.
I mean, they are. Everyone, I think, at this point, or perhaps by the time the season is done, will
have
pretty
aged.
much have gone through the aging process. But it's funny because I know them and love them, and we're all very close, but I know them in that capacity.
Right.
Like even doing press where we're all just in our normal clothes, it's bizarre. I'm like, oh, he doesn't know me as Mandy. He just knows me as his mom, his 70-year-old mother.
So
So
strange.
it is very strange.
I love it.
That's going to be so cool. Well, Mandy, we are very happy to see you happy and to see you having so much success in your career in all facets of it. Really,
Thanks, man.
you have there's a good vibe that comes from you.
Totally.
And I think that
Likewise.
A motherly vibe almost.
A very maternal vibe that comes through the microphone.
I think there's a safe, like you feel like there's
You
a
feel
safety.
safe.
Yeah, I feel
Yes,
safe.
I feel
When I
safe.
get scared, I will think she will save us.
I'm looking out for you. Don't worry.
You're the best. Thanks for coming. Make sure you
Thank
check out
you.
This Is Us Tuesdays on
Yes.
NBC and Silver Landings out Friday from Mandy Moore.
Thanks, guys.